wanted to say something, but I couldn't get myself to do it. I doubted myself. Yeah, I doubted myself. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I doubted my own ability to defend my story. Welcome to the Empowered Living Club, where we face life with truth and courage, and we figure out how to win the hardest inner battles, and then we share the exact tools so you can win yours. So here's what's happening right now. I was about to have a difficult conversation, and in this difficult conversation, emotions in that moment were making me believe that if I say this to this person, we're going to have a problem. In that moment, it felt like a heavy lift. It felt like something pretty heavy. It felt like a pretty heavy thing for me to bring up into that conversation and actually say what I had to say. If I bring this up, this person's, not going to continue to give me the support that I was hoping for. So I kind of felt bad. I felt bad. I didn't find the courage, really. Yeah, that's the truth. I did not find the courage in that moment to bring up the topic that I wanted to bring up. I'm not sure why. In other settings and other scenarios, I seem to always find the courage to do and say what I want to say. But in that particular moment, maybe because I had high regards for this person. Yeah, I'm realizing this now. I think I was afraid of the judgment that would come from this person because I have a lot of respect for this person. I was prepared to have this conversation, and it was actually something we've talked about before, but I was afraid to bring it up again. There was no real reason for me to assume that this person was going to reject me as a person, as an individual, as a friend. I did not have any grounds for that belief, but I still felt like that was going to happen to me, but I had no grounds for it. And I was imagining the worst. I was imagining, okay, this person is going to, totally reject. I doubted myself. Yeah, I doubted myself. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I doubted my own ability to defend my story. I think that's it. Yeah, but I feel like this is a perfect example of when fear creeps in, you start to shrink, you start to minimize yourself, and you kind of just rather run away from the situation. But that's not what I usually do. But this was an example of fear got the best of me. Fear took over, and then fear started to dictate what I say or what I don't say, how I behave and how I do not behave. And I was not in control. I didn't feel like I was in control because I wanted to say something. But I couldn't get myself to do it. What could I do next? Go to this person as soon as I can and be like, hey, remember the conversation we had the other day? Hey, there's one more thing that I want to talk to you about. Do you have a little bit of time? And I'll go straight to it without circling and dancing around it. I think that I would have to open with, okay, this is super uncomfortable for me to say. I'm not sure what's the best way to say this, and I'm not sure how I need to say this. I'm not sure I'll find the right words, but here's the best way that I can articulate this, and I'm going to struggle my way through it. But I'll need you to simply listen to me for a second. I'll need you to let me speak for a minute. If we immediately go into a back and forth conversation, I'm going to struggle to find my words. I'm going to struggle to interrupt you when I feel like you did not understand me right. So I need you to simply listen to me for the next 3 minutes because there's something that I want to communicate to you. There's something that I need you to know, and there's something that I want us to talk about. But I need you to please first listen to what I have to say. I need to get this out of my mind. I want to make sure that I fully express and let everything flow out, and then we can have this conversation. Everything can come out. I can put it all out, and I won't be blocked, and I won't be stopped by the actual conversation, because I think that's the frightening thing. I think it's the conversation that is frightening. The hard part is to start, but I think I have 80% confidence that I can do this. So I'm going to do that. So join the club if you sometimes struggle with hard situations where you have something to say, you have something to share, and this is in front of someone that you care and love, and it's difficult for you to even begin to have this conversation. Then join the club, because that's what we do here in the Empowered Living Club. We face life with truth and courage, and we figure out how to win the hardest inner battles. And then we share the exact tools so you can win yours. Live truthfully and live courageously. My name is Chris Casona. Keep living an empowered life.